Time to start our work session meeting, and we don't have much of a crowd today. It's amazing when the agenda's right out there. We're going to start our work session, go through all everything that's on our agenda. We the ones here that know this procedure. First thing is the travel, and that's going to be handled by the administrator.
We have an overnight travel request from the Road and Bridge Department to go to the Hound Bridge inspection professional training course.
Do I have any questions on that?
This is a mandatory.
Yep. Any questions? All right, we move to item number 2, it's the FY25 reappraisal budget. Administrator, you take care of that.
This is for the reappraisal, and this is a state-controlled budget, and we usually will go ahead and approve that budget so that I can send it up to the state as the commission having approved it. But the state has already reviewed it and has approved it also. It's in the commission to approve it.
Any questions on
So
that?
that's the amount we'll be approving?
Yes, the reappraisal budget, what it is it's reimbursed to us about 75% because that cost is allocated among all of the entities that receive the foreign tax.
Everybody good? We move on to the FY25 Department of Youth Services long-term detention contract.
So this is for juvenile detention. And so the judge has indicated that they want to use Southeast Alabama Youth Services. And so it has to go through the commission to approve it.
Same rate as last year, so.
We don't know yet, so for the juvenile rates, I have been told by one of the board members that they voted to go up on the rate 60% in June. We have not heard anything from them about the rate increase or about the rate in general. I sent an email this morning asking the director there about the rates. I know that as a group, our surrounding counties, they have approached states and has questioned the rate increase. And so I think Houston County is taking a lead on it, and they are trying to look at that for all counties.
Houston County and Henry County, whichever that they have money, we're working real hard trying to get that rate down. But we haven't even been told the rate increase. But we do know that our detention costs way up the rest of the country.
Yes, right now.
I was gonna say, we do have that new law come down, I guess it starts October 1, where if a kid is in the diversion center and pending going to the Department of Youth Services after a certain number of days, they have to reimburse.
Youth Service has to reimburse.
So it's what, 16
It
days?
should mitigate some costs that we have been paying, we probably never should have had to pay.
If they're staying, because it's after their order to,
Yeah, it's like there's like a 10 or 13 day window or something, but most of the kids will sit there for longer than that, so hopefully the state will actually reimburse them.
Well, I'm over dragging this out. The state got 4 wings in the youth services. I went to a meeting in Montgomery, and they only had one wing in it. They could only house so many people. And the director there told us that they had a budget and they couldn't hire enough employees to operate the other 4 wings. Of course, I had a cheer for that. I said, give us some money and let's take care of it. It has been a problem with the state getting kids moved to the state. The burden on us, we couldn't take it all out.
I believe at the meeting we went to about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a gentleman there from the state, and he indicated that they did have it, I think he said fully open.
Yeah.
So maybe these juveniles will go on to the state centers But right now, I'm projecting about 60,000 additional just this year. So we really don't know if that law will help, I mean, it would help us if we have them sitting there for a long period of time.
I do have a question about the law's impact, and that is, there's a cap on the rate that EYS has to refund the detention center or whatever. So my question is, if they go up a rate that's above that, are they gonna expect us to cover the rest, even though they're sitting in there for a EYS day? That's a big question.
That's interesting. What's that?
It's like $135 a day or something like that. So if their price is more than that with their rate increase, I
And
don't
it
know.
is, what they voted on in June was $200.
Right, and my attitude for that is, it's like, they're not staying there for us, so why should we have to pick up that extra tax? They should just give what they get from the state, but I'm sure they don't feel the same.
No, they wouldn't do that with the jails either, would they?
Right now, yeah,
They'll
right
pay
now.
what they want to.
Right now, the rate's about 126. The vote was 200. And we have not gotten anything officially.
When will we find out the official rate, and do we have any other options besides?
There's been a lot of options discussed, even within our wiregrass area. One county is actually looking at the cost of building a detention center. But the problem with that is the judge decided to switch the detention center to Gordon. You can build a new facility and the juvenile judge said, I'm going to go say it's not what they're doing. And plus, I'm kind of against that because the cost of building right now, the cost of staffing, obviously they're going up on their rates because of the cost. So, they kind of control, they got something to control. Like we said before earlier, we didn't get any difference. All the other counties did, we have heard anything from other counties.
Well, no, actually, I mean, how they found out was from us because our person on the board let me know.
Yeah.
And then I let the other counties know, because that's a significant change. And so they brought the group together to try to get information from the states as to why there was such a large increase voted on. And then us not being notified, and so I think they're still working on it.
And we worked with our juvenile judge and actually bought new ankle monitors where they didn't have to send as many people, and we haven't been able to cut down on the numbers that have to go. I mean, they've been working hard with us, but it's just, we got more and more of them. And there's another problem too, a lot of people have asked me about. We get very few juveniles from the county. They come from cities. But see, once they go into the juvenile system, it's actually, they become our prisoners because it's a state charge instead of a city charge. So we got responsibility for all of them. I don't know what the percentage is, but we probably got 4% out of the counties and 96% out of the cities. But since it's a state charge, the cities don't vary the burden. So welcome aboard, Commissioner.
All right.
Any more questions? Is there any way we can turn around and charge the cities anything?
No. That's just like Mason has to put up with that.
Like an adult with a felony, he'd be arrested in Little Plains or Tallahatchie, he's charged with a felony, it becomes ours. So it's the same concept just with a juvenile.
And we work on this constantly, like looking at, we talk to the sheriff, we talk to the counties, the ACCA is working on it. Because yes, a couple of years ago, we looked at it to see if we could be compensated from the municipalities for this, and you can't.
You get $200 a day per person, you'd be all right.
I can take care of it probably.
You could
I can see him by.
So, was the subject matter about Taylor Hardin in Tuscaloosa, Alabama? I came in late.
No.
Psychological evaluation center.
The subject matter was about juvenile detention in Dothan, the facility we use for our juvenile detention. All right? Moving on to item number 4, town garage and work request. The engineer's gonna tell us about that.
Yes, sir, they have a lagoon road that had a big washout at a cross drain pipe. They want us to repair $5,387.56, and they will reimburse the 100% of the cost. Just gotta get there and get it done for us.
Okay. All right. And now, we got another work request, town garage.
Yes, sir, this one is on County Road 204, but it's damage that was caused when they repaired their water tank. They drained the tank too quickly and didn't really route the water how they should. And it's for $1,691.34 to repair that road, and they're going to pay 100% of the cost.
All right, any questions on that? And Chris, I like to say I'm always happy to work there. They always like to pay 100%. Makes the work go easier.
I think they're going to give us some dirt.
All right. Item number 7, solid waste debt collection agreement. The Administrator. Number 6, Alabama Department of Environmental Management agreement.
This is that scrap tire right-of-way program where we pick up tires beside the road and get reimbursed from ADM. We have a contract in place that ends at the end of the month. This is to do another 3-year contract through 2027. And the contract amount is $150,000 for the 3-year period. They reimburse us for picking up tires and disposing of them off the county right-of-way. It's basically free money.
Y'all got any questions on that? All right, now we'll move to number 7. Solid waste debt collection agreement.
Yeah,
Administrator.
Mr. Chairman, we have a lot of outstanding solid waste debt. Is that me or you?
That's you.
And Matt's also looked at it, but we're wanting to contract with Trim and Mendheim, the attorneys in Dothan that do a lot of legislation to go after some of our delinquent solid waste accounts, especially the older, more expensive ones. And they charge a 33% fee on collections. They only get paid if we get paid, so the county will get 67%. If it goes to court, the county does have to pay the court cost. That's the only, if it's not in court, it's just a flat 33%. I don't know if Matt would like to add anything to it or not.
Yeah, I mean, these guys can do debt collection in bulk. They do it for all sorts of businesses and governments. Like he said, right now we're getting 0, even though we'll only collect 2/3 of the amount if they get involved. They'll also attempt to collect those court costs and attorney's fees. Like, they'll try to get the judge to award the other party to pay the court costs on the high end of it. So we can probably recoup most of
Now,
that.
what is our total outstanding debt? You have it there?
It's large. It's in the 400s, right, Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
400 something thousand?
Yeah.
about 470,000.
Home.
So 2/3 of that's better than 0.
All right, any more questions on that? Have y'all paid your very good? All right, item number 8.
Can I just say one thing? With the solid waste, it's a fiduciary fund. We cannot make a profit off of it. So, what we're trying to do is keep the rates low for everyone. And so when other people are not paying, but yet are getting the service, that would cause problems and make the rates go up, for everyone else. So what Matt is trying to do is trying to keep the rates, low. We're not trying to make a profit. In fact, we can't in the fiduciary fund. It's just trying to keep the rates as low as we can.
And our collection services have went up too.
Okay, what do we do in-house? What is our first step when somebody gets behind here? We send you certified mail, what?
We started, for years it was just let go, and now if you get 6 months behind, we pick up the garbage can, which is $108. Once a person gets $108 in debt, we collect the can. Instead of letting it get to be $1,000, or, there's accounts that owe $2,000. So, we're not letting people get as deep in debt now as they were before, to try to get them to pay it off before they get too deep in debt. But, our collection services have went up through, consumer price index increases. And we're just trying to, like she said, keep the rates down for the whole county. We had to pay for the program.
But basically, if somebody gets 6 months behind, our first step is to pick up the can.
That's really our only tool. I mean, we'll write letters for the first, but if they don't respond to the letters within the 6 months, we'll pick up the can. And a lot of times it's not paid off then, but it's just a hassle.
Why do we wait 6 months?
Because if you did it every 3 months, all we do is pick up cans.
Make it cost effective, because the time to pick up cans.
And it's $18 a month, so at 3 months, they're in $54, but we don't want it to get beyond something that they can pay back.
When we pick up the can, there's no roadside litter.
And Matt, is this included, or is that kind of like the procedures of when it'll be turned over to the attorney, when it'll be turned over?
Well, we don't work those details out. My plan was to start with the people that owe the most money and go from the biggest to the smallest accounts, and then start at the top. And Beth's working on
The
spreadsheet.
agreement is just whoever we turn over to that for collections.
But probably, we may need to look at that, we may need to set like a procedure to follow, and probably need to put it before the commission that at a certain point, this is what will happen.
Yeah, I know, just
So
from
we'll-
a logical standpoint, I was just thinking going after the deepest debt, the biggest numbers, work our way down.
Well, what the procedure could be is at a certain amount.
Right.
We turn it over, and then that way,
We try
I
to
mean-
collect what we can collect too, but,
Right.
people will pay attention to a lawyer's letter more than they will Dale County Solid Waste.
I think you need to set a procedure, and then have it go before the commission that this is, how we will do it.
Right. This is a letter of engagement, basically agreeing to the terms of the collection.
Right, it doesn't require us to do anything in particular, it's just saying that they'll work for us should we turn over
Do you
cases.
think maybe we could have that at the next meeting, have a procedure for them to approve that at this point, can we turn it over?
I don't know why you wouldn't turn over all of them.
That would be fine. If they accept it,
I don't think you need.
So, are you gonna turn over the ones at 6 months?
Well, if,
I'm just saying that these-
if collecting the can that we got money, then we'll turn it into them.
that would be a new one, not one that's existing now, that's in their arrears.
Well, I don't know all the question.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna turn them over to the attorneys, we need, I think what Sheriff's talking about in the procedures, we need to turn the ones over that are currently behind by 6 months. 6 months and past, some of them are behind 2 years. And then-
Yeah, I think we're really just talking about, determining the threshold at which we'll engage
Yeah,
in the services.
where they get turned over.
And then say after you send 2 letters, if you
Yeah.
don't
They'll be
receive,
turned over.
Well, right now we send a letter, and if it doesn't work, we get the can, and if that doesn't work, we may want to turn it over to the lawyer.
Yeah, that's the procedure.
Yeah, let's just boil that down into the methodology.
Okay.
Today, we're just voting on using this.
Right.
Yeah.
and then we'll have to do next meeting, the
Right.
procedure.
All right. We'll move on to item number 8, workers' compensation fund agreement.
This is an agreement to participate in the self-insured workers' comp fund for a year. The year will take us through September 30th of 2027.
Any questions on that? All right. Our last thing on the work session agenda is the ARPA broadband grant, and it's been signed and approved by the Hugh River Electric Cooperation, and we will vote on that in a little bit. Does anybody have any questions on that?
you know, I would, I was in the long process. I'd like to thank our chairman, our administrator, Kelly with ACCA, all the hours and the due diligence they put into this project in the last several months to make it happen. I know it's been a long process, and I appreciate all y'all work on that. And I'm glad that we can finally approve today and move forward with it. And you'll do a good job with it.
Thank you. And I just want to say that this has been reviewed by IC, by Kelly, and you'll see her comment. I've got the email attached to this agreement, and it is up to a little over 503,000. It wouldn't go over that. It's just whatever they submit and is correct will be reimbursed. It's up to that amount.
What does the broadband, Chairman, what does that give to the access to?
It gives P River money to install fiber optics and broadband.
That service.
Provide the service to the citizens.
In the underserved areas.
But this is going to an underserved area, the money we're appropriating for.
Oh, well, they could get it by, like, through the energy waves and the air, like Bluetooth or something.
No,
Could
it's
build
all-
on the
it's all fiber optics.
Just like 5G, kind of like coming.
I don't know all the technicalities of it, but they got 3 different grades they put me in, and but instead of going underground, people, all your rural electrical offices are running fiber optics on the program to try to get services to the rural areas. And it's being run on the poles instead of underground.
Oh, searches to the rural areas, did you say?
Services to the rural
Oh,
areas.
service, okay.
All right, this time we're gonna move into our regular session, and we know we have a full here, and I'm gonna ask Mr. Carroll to give up the invitation.
But, right, our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, just thank you for all the many blessings that you so freely give us each and every day. Lord, most of all, we just thank you for your Son, Jesus. We just thank you for the grace and the mercy and the love, Lord, that you showed us on the cross. Lord, we ask that you forgive us of our sin, and Lord, we fail you, Lord, that we are doing this business portion of the meeting, that everything that's done here would be pleasing in your eyes and of course with your will. As we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'd like to ask now for a motion to approve the agenda, commission meeting minutes of our last meeting, and a memorandum of second. Motion and second, all in favor, take the saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. First item on the agenda to discuss is the travel request. I'd like a motion to approve those travel requests. Got a motion and second, all those in favor, state by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Our second item on the agenda is the FY '25 reappraisal budget. Need a motion to approve that.
Motion approved. I'll second the motion.
Got a motion and second, all those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our third item on the agenda is the FY '25 Department of Youth Services long-term detention contract. Need a motion to approve that contract.
Do we have a choice?
Unless you want to take care of these kids. I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, state by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. You got plenty of room up there on that farm, Chris. Motion number 4. Town of Ayrton work request, Logan Road.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is the Town of Ayrton work request for County Road 204.
Motion approved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Item number 6 is Alabama Department of Environmental Management Agreement, and that's on our tires.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second on that. All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to approve the solid waste debt collection agreement.
Motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is our workers' compensation fund agreement.
Motion. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, ARPA broadband grant. I need a motion to approve that grant going to P River Electric.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
There's none opposed, the motion carries. All right. Any reports from the staff? Mr. EMA Director?
We got some weather probably moving in on Thursday, look for an inch and a half rain. We'll probably see some tornado watches come out. However, we're a long ways from the main storm Francine, so I wouldn't count too highly on that. So,
Probably gonna be clear Saturday.
yeah, it'll be a lot better.
I got a granddaughter that's married Saturday. All right, Mason, you got anything for us?
Renovation's still at snail's pace, so we're getting there.
It's moving, it's slow.
It's very slow.
You got anything else, Matt?
No, sir, we're just mowing and doing some work orders right now, trying to get rid of mow is the main thing.
Ms. Elder?
I apologize for being late, but I'm the only one in the property office today.
You're the only one in the property?
Well, I'm the only one.
You better go back to work.
Oh, I gotta go back. Everyone's in training with the revenue department on some changes that are coming about in October. I hope they come back with some answers and not more questions. So,
Is this on the cap and stuff? Very, very complicated
It is.
legislation.
yeah, it's really gonna be unfair to some people.
It's gonna do that for sure. All right, well, we'll let you go back to work. All right. Sherry, you got anything?
Yes, I have before you a summary of the potential changes to the general fund for the budget. This is based upon our work session about 2 weeks ago. So I'd like for you all to review it. If you have any questions, let me know. The biggest changes are within the sheriff and the jail. Just want to also remind y'all that since the sheriff had a decrease in the physical permits, since that law changed, that has made the general fund have to pick up some of those costs, things that he would normally have paid for out of his physical permit. And also, just to note that, as we talked about before, is the juvenile rates.
Physical permit thing, of course, Mason knows several of these counties were fighting that thing. It was all brought on by deputy sheriff and the representative. He's the one that's constantly carried it forward and got it passed. That was an interesting,
The first my memory on that, the Mr. Permit going, was that a federal thing, was that a state thing? Okay, our state people decided to do away with that.
Yes, sir. We lost about 60% of our funding.
That was my office.
You would have had to throw the whole place out. We wouldn't have anybody left, because after a lot of them, they were all good for it.
It's okay, we can start all over.
Yep. All right. Our next meeting is gonna be Tuesday, September the 24th, same time, same place. Ask the motion to end this. I'm not to be officially adjourned. Appreciate everybody being here.